so tired. It's been the end of a very long work day, and sometimes it feels like at the end of the day is the only time I actually start being able to be myself once the kids are in bed, and I can just like take a deep breath as opposed to being like mom or a title or my work or whatever it is. I'm very excited to start my own evening routine, being able to clean up the house so it's not so cluttered, do my skincare routine, which I'm really excited about, a couple pieces from Decorte that I'm going to be using tonight. If you haven't heard of Decorte, they are a Japanese skincare brand that I've been talking about quite a few times on Instagram in the past already. You guys probably already know how much I love them, and they are gracious enough to be today's sponsor, so I'm so excited. I'm gonna share some of my skincare routine with them a little bit later on. For now, first thing I really like to do is tackle this clutter. I have two kids that are 5 and 3, and as much as I do try to practice tidying with them during the day with me, right after they play, there are still things that don't get perfectly clean by the end of the day. And I am the type of person where if the house is super cluttered and messy, like it just doesn't make for the greatest work environment for the next day, because we do work at home. I'm gonna pop in my AirPods, probably listen to an audiobook or a podcast. Yes, I am cleaning up things, but on the other hand, mentally, I will be engaged with, things that are inspiring to me or just taking me to another place. And that helps me to start mentally disconnect from my work day and my day as a mother. Let's go ahead and do that. Pop these in. So one of my favorite podcasts is called Dear Sugars, and the two hosts are Cheryl Strayed and Steve Almond. Cheryl Strayed is a writer, Steve Almond is a psychologist, and the two of them basically give advice. Life advice, relationship advice, dating advice. It is incredibly empathetic, and I re-listen to these episodes because I just think that they give such great advice on making positive human connections, and it's just something that's really inspired me and been so thoughtful, the way that they really navigate a lot of different scenarios of human relationships. Another thing I like doing at the end of the day is paying a little bit of attention to my fish. I actually have 2 fish tanks. This is my smaller one, and it's just a little guppy tank. I love seeing all of the little tiny guppies, and the great thing is that they kind of reproduce without you having to do much work, but they're actually really fun and interesting to watch. They really, in a way, kind of take care of themselves, because I planted this tank and it really balances a lot of the waste products that the fish make, because, the plants help produce oxygen and good things for the tank, basically cleaning it up. So it's just a super fun little hobby that I like to enjoy at the end of the day. Okay, now we're moving on to the kitchen, which admittedly is not my favorite part about tidying up. But, somehow I just feel like there's a million cups and things left all over the table. I will say, though, that once everything is fully wiped down, there's something just strangely gratifying to see. Everything just sprayed and wiped down and looking extra shiny and extra clean and disinfected. I don't know if it's just me. It's kind of one of my favorite things about watching other people clean too, is just seeing the progression. It feels really gratifying. I'm actually using this new cleaner that I discovered from one of my girlfriends. It's called Force of Nature, and what I really like is that it is non-toxic, so it's really great for pets and kids and anywhere you're going to be eating. Alright, now moving on to washing the dishes.
You know, it's actually pretty awesome the times where I do get to wash the dishes with Ben, because usually it's just one of those things where we're both so busy that one person is standing there doing the dishes. But wow, I really enjoyed doing this because not only did everything take half as long because we were working together, it was just nice to sort of have a companion, you know, somebody there with you to put away the dishes. And even if we weren't really like talking to each other, we still had a little bit of interaction, and that just made it a lot more fun when normally it's not my favorite thing, washing dishes for an hour at the end of the day by myself. So thanks, Ben, for helping wash dishes tonight. If you're wondering why I keep walking over to the side, if you saw my kitchen tour video, which I'll link up above, we actually have another little mini vegetable washing sink in the island. So we were just both sort of like soaping up some of the dishes at the same time, which was super handy. All right. Finally, time for me to head to the bathroom and do my skincare routine, which I actually do really enjoy doing. Just starting off with brushing my teeth a little bit. I use an electric toothbrush. I don't know, I just feel like it's like such a game changer. My teeth will never feel as clean with any regular toothbrush again. Also, can I just say, as I was editing this video, I found it very strangely vulnerable watching myself flossing on screen. I guess I've never really tried filming that before. I had weird feelings. So the first step of my skincare routine is, of course, oil cleansing. I don't ever wear makeup and then at the end of the day not use some kind of oil cleanser. Wearing a lot of waterproof makeup and even foundation, you know, which is supposed to last all day. I always need that oil cleanser to be able to rinse everything off. And one thing I think a lot of people don't realize about oil cleanser is that it's formulated to be able to be emulsified with water. Like, you put it on your dry skin, you emulsify it with the water, it gets kind of milky, and then it rinses clean. And that is, for me, like such a gratifying feeling. I like going to bed without a lick of makeup. Lately I've been using the Decorte AQ, which is just such a beautiful formula of cleansing oil. It has a really light fragrance to it, and it doesn't feel overly heavy, but it's very, very effective in breaking up all of the makeup. Please admire this bottle. Look how insanely beautiful it is. I absolutely adore the packaging, and it looks very luxe. It looks very beautiful. It's a brand that I have been using for the last couple of years or so, and I really love a lot of their different kinds of products, but I would say their skincare is what they're known best for. They also have some really amazing lipsticks, but that's sort of a tangent. Their skincare is really, really wonderfully formulated, and it's based on science, which is fabulous. So it has a lot of like more current technologies mixed with a lot of like heritage elements, which I think is really amazing, and I love using it. So that's what I started off with. And then next I'm going to cleanse my skin with the Decorte AQ line again. It has the same pattern around the base. This is the washing cream. I've been using a prescription retinoid for a while, so I just am going to add a little pea-sized amount of that. And I'm just adding a little bit of my moisturizer. I generally like having something that is a little bit lighter in the morning for daytime and just something a little bit thicker, creamier for the night so that my skin can really repair itself. Okay, now I'm gonna use a little bit of eye cream. This is Moisture Liposome Eye Cream. It has a little scoop that it comes with. I love that. I always like putting things on the back of my hand so that it has a nice palette that I can really grab onto the texture and get exactly how much product that I want that's going to be effective. Apply it to the orbital eye area. This has a really soothing gel texture. It's not too heavy. I'm just adding a teensy bit of ointment to my lips. And I am ready to get in my bed. Now I'm just changing into my PJs, and I always get thirsty at the end of the day, so I usually head to the kitchen, get an extra little glass of water, and then I usually just kind of sit this next to my nightstand in case I wake up thirsty or if I'm just, you know, parched before bed, which usually I am. I think it's the dry LA air. Hi, Oreo. He actually does sleep with us on our bed, but he likes to sit at the end of the bed. I will watch a little bit of one of my favorite shows at the end of the night, and then it's time to go to bed. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my get unready with me nighttime routine. If you did, feel free to thumbs up the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night.